So I am doing a 10-day water fast, water only, just nothing but water. I started off by having 3 days of just juice to kind of get myself used to not having the feeling of food in my stomach, as well as to detoxify my body before I went through the symptoms of detoxing on a water fast. And prior to my juice fast, I had nothing but raw fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds for about 8 days before I did the juice fast. So today is my first day of just water. I've had nothing but water all day long, and I could go for food, but because I prepared myself mentally, emotionally, and physically for this, I really don't want food. My resolve is really strong to do this, and I'm going to be fine. I actually have 12 days set aside. I may fast longer than 10 days, depending on how I feel. We'll see. I'm not going to get too much into the benefits of water fasting. You know, there's tons of resources online that you could learn about if you are really interested in water fasting. I've been researching this for years. I have wanted to water fast for a long time, and I was never able to because I was either, I had a job and I just couldn't take the time off to do it, or I did try to do it. One time I lasted 2 days before I ate because I had a physically demanding job and I did not prepare myself well. I had normal food the day before and I just wasn't ready for it. But this time, I actually just recently quit my job. Yesterday was my last day, and I've been planning on doing this water fast for about a month now. So why am I doing this? For spiritual reasons. I want to kind of just take time to go within myself and to have some peace and quiet and just time to myself. I'm going to be meditating this whole time and just kind of observing my thoughts and thought patterns, and so far it's actually been really interesting just for the first day. I'm also doing it for detoxification. When you consume nothing but water, your body goes into ketosis, which is the same thing that happens on an Atkins diet or a ketogenic diet, but I'm not doing this to diet. Ketosis is something that happens when your body runs out of glycogen in the liver from carbohydrates, and it switches over to burning primarily fat for fuel. And when you're just consuming water, it not only breaks down adipose tissue, which is fat, it breaks down damaged and diseased cells and tumors if you have them, or toxins stored around the joints and in the fat tissue. And I lead a pretty healthy lifestyle, but you can't control some things like how polluted the air is, the water. Even if you don't drink polluted water, you're still showering in it and your skin absorbs that, and all the cosmetics and food with all the preservatives and chemicals and just all the stuff in there, and it just builds up over time. If you drove a car for 10 years and never changed the oil, it would break down, and it's because it gets dirty over time. Things accumulate and cause problems, and it's no different with our body, and our livers aren't able to keep up with the demands of detoxing in this day and age because of how much pollution there is. It just kind of gets set aside in the fat tissue because it's dealing with digesting and the everyday toxins. And so some people may not agree with water fasting, but I for one do. I've been an advocate for fasting for a very long time. I've always wanted to do it, and I decided I'm just gonna do it. So as far as symptoms go for today, I feel if I sit down for a little bit and then I stand up, I get tired pretty easily. I just feel fatigued, like I just don't have very much energy. If I walk up the stairs, I'm like, okay, that was like a chore. I've been having a couple like jolting headaches, like just I'll get like a pain in my forehead and I'm like, oh, it's like uncomfortable, but it just seems like it doesn't matter how much I brush my teeth. I feel like the coating in my mouth. I actually have some ketone sticks to check for ketones in my urine, and I am already in ketosis according to the sticks. It's in between trace and small, so I'm just entering into it. So probably through the night I will enter completely into ketosis, and then tomorrow I'll be in ketosis. So the hunger that I'm experiencing tonight, it's not really that bad. I could eat something, but I'm not thinking about food. My intention is on fasting and loving and taking care of my body and letting it do what it knows how to naturally do, which is to cleanse itself and heal itself. So yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's 10 o'clock at night and I'm gonna read a little bit and go to bed. Hopefully I can sleep. I took a nap earlier today, but I really feel like I could sleep longer. I think I need to catch up on sleep. So I think, oh yeah, and I was gonna say I'm also reading a couple books. I'm reading, I don't know if you can see that, The Transformational Power of Fasting, The Way to Spiritual, Physical, and Emotional Rejuvenation, and it's by Stephen Herod Booner. I've only read like the just first couple pages of it, but it seems really good. This particular book is more about the spiritual benefits of water fasting. And the other book that I'm reading it's about that, but it's also about, you know, what to expect and what your body goes through during a water fast. And it's a really highly reviewed book, and I haven't bought it yet. I'm gonna buy it on my Kindle once it's done charging. But it's called Fasting and Eating for Health, a medical doctor's program for conquering disease, by Joel Fuhrman. And he has a lot of books. This is one of his older books, but I've done a lot of research on the best books on fasting, and that's one of the best. I've done a lot of reading in the past and watched tons of other YouTube videos on fasting and what people go through on their journey of fasting, and I've read a lot of blogs and articles and things like that, and I feel very well prepared for this. I just went to the doctor last week and had a physical, and everything's fine. I'm healthy, and I'm definitely going to listen to my body if it's not doing, you know, if something's wrong. I'm not going to just ignore it, but I think this is going to be safe and fine, and I'm really just looking forward to it, and I'm welcoming all the symptoms and everything that comes along with it, and just really keeping my mind open. And I'm just going to be making these videos to help keep myself accountable and to kind of record myself on a day-to-day basis of everything that happens. And I may be writing in a journal and just kind of keeping track of what happens with my mind and my body and everything. And so yeah, thanks for watching.